Columbiana, and on Market Street in Boardman, your locally owned and operated hometown dealer that's committed to bringing you the most value and the best deals every single day. And please remember, tell a friend.
From the A to Z dependable services, Traffic Center. Septic, plumbing, heating, cooling, and drain cleaning. 570 Traffic.
Accident-free on the highways. You are dealing with construction. Route 224 reduced to one lane in each direction over the Ohio Turnpike. You also have various lane restrictions on State Route 7 at Indianola. I'm Mike Ross from the Total Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This weather brought to you by Youngstown Propane, serving Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania with all your propane needs.
We will see more chances of rain into the afternoon and evening overnight, and that will continue transitioning to snow to Friday. Temperatures falling out of the 30s for your Friday, back into the 20s with chances of snow showers. With your Storm Team 27 forecast, I'm meteorologist Hannah Erdman.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. Be sure to tune into our podcast. This week, tell the tale of the Hollywood heartthrob who became one of America's greatest spies. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Here's what's happening. Cardinal Timothy Dolan has resigned.
Is there sadness in my heart? Sure.
Republicans passed a health care bill.
It will reduce premiums.
The fixer-in-chief.
I inherited a mess.
Check in often.
And I'm fixing it.
At 570WKBN.com.
This program is furnished by the program participants.
Now, Ron Verb. On News Radio 570 WKBN.
And from News Radio 570 WKBN, it is time now on this Thursday, as we do on Thursdays, from 5 to 6 to bring you the longest running legal show on radio. The most entertaining legal show on radio, I'll say that. It's the most entertaining legal show. Who could make the law entertaining and life entertaining? Well, we know the answer to that. It's Attorney David Beatrice. But it's the longest running legal show. So for the next hour between now and 6 o'clock, if you have any legal questions at all, we'll answer them for you. Child support, divorce, custody, estates, evictions, wills, trusts, auto accidents, contractual issues, any type of issue that you might have when it comes to the law. Where can you get free legal advice? And you have for 35 plus years. Well, it's right here, Thursdays from 5 to 6. So any legal questions you have, call me right now. I have a line in Youngstown open, 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. I might have given out the wrong number. Who knows? 330-729-9977. We'll get you through to us on News Radio 570 WKBN. Let's go to the legal show brought to you by Beatrice Kopp. Like I say, one line open for legal questions at 330-729-9977. Get on in the beginning because at the ends, we never get everybody on. We can only hope that, yes, the feminine approach is with us. Tali Orengia.
No.
Are you there?
Tali Orengia is absent. I'm sorry to say.
All right. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. Tali is absent.
Yes. Please take attendance, Ron.
Okay. I'm going to take it. Just Attorney James Melfi.
Attorney James Melfi is absent, Ron.
Attorney Frank Cassis.
Little boy wonder, Frank Cassis, is absent, although rumor has it he will be joining us shortly. I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. Attorney Brian Kopp.
Attorney Brian Kopp is preparing for depositions tomorrow in Tampa, Florida, so he is absent.
Attorney Mark DeVecchio.
Well, you know Mark can no longer appear on the radio show because he's running for judge. So Mark is absent. That leaves you with one person in attendance.
Yes,
Mr.
ladies and gentlemen,
David J.
Kingmaker
Beatrice.
himself.
I'm not a kingmaker. I used to be a kingmaker.
You will always be. We call him the Kingmaker. We call him the Dean. Yes, he has many names. We call him
The dean. I like that one, Ron. Thank you.
The dean, yeah, because founder of the firm. He's the dean there.
I am the founder of the firm. I'll give you that.
We call him the Kingmaker. And what was it that they called you in school? It started with a B.
Blubber. They called me Blubber when I was younger.
Yes.
My brother was very thin. I was a little blubbery. It's sort of carried with me my entire life. And at 66,
I was just like,
at 66, I've come to the realization that you cannot beat your own DNA. I just have blubbery DNA, Ron.
So think of those nicknames. Kingmaker, the Dean, and Blubber.
Kingmaker, the Dean, and Blubber, all in the same person. I'm a lucky man, Ron. I'm a lucky man, Ron. Thank you.
You are.
Do we have any callers?
Yes, we're going to get to them. How's your week going? We just want to know how's life treating you, and do you have COVID?
No, I don't have COVID this week. Although
Did you get a flu shot, Dave? Did you get a flu shot?
I did not get a flu shot. I have not gotten a COVID shot. My wife is on me to go get the flu shot, but I don't want to get it because every time I take the flu shot, I get sick the day or two afterwards. So I have to figure that component out yet. And I had a very bad week, Ron.
What happened, Dave? I hate to hear that.
Well, I had some embarrassing moments again, Ron.
Well, I find that hard to believe, Dave.
Yep.
I mean, what could possibly have happened?
Well, I was walking into the Warren Municipal Court.
Oh, okay. That's not embarrassing.
No, I had on my rubbers.
Okay.
My rubbers that are on. Oh, look, here comes the boy wonder himself, Frank Cassis.
All right. Oh, well, we don't need to. We want to hear your story. So you're walking in. It's wet. You have your shoes in the rubbers, and you're walking in.
And I may have slipped.
Slipped?
Yeah.
On the street or on the sidewalk?
No, as I walked into the Warren Municipal Court, I may have slipped. It was.
I may have the video of that.
You do not have the video of it.
I may.
You do not.
I may.
Is this mic on? Wait a minute, Frank. You got to.
Yes, it is. His mic is on.
Don't touch my mic.
He doesn't have the video of it because if he had it, he'd have already shared it with me.
That's not necessarily true.
That's very true.
Oh, no.
You do not have the video. Anyways, Ron.
I may.
It was the ugliest sort of slip and fall you could probably witness in your lifetime.
Well, did you hurt yourself? I mean, did you?
No,
fall
I
on
did
your
not.
buttocks?
But I face planted against the wall.
And you were wearing your rubbers.
Well, I was wearing what I call my rubbers, which are my winter shoes when it snows.
Yeah.
They have a tread on them and everything. But
nice.
And you
I'm
slipped
so
on the
athletic,
floor?
Frank.
No, I'm just glad you're still wearing rubbers.
Yeah,
I
but
saw
you
the
slipped-
rubbers in your office, Frank. So don't go there. I saw the two rubbers right there.
I put those over my dress shoes. I don't
I
wear
understand
boots.
you put those over your dress shoes. You remind me of my days going to St. Dominic's grade school when my mom used to make me wear rubbers when I went to school.
Well, okay, let's stop calling them rubbers. I think those.
What do you call them?
I don't know, but I don't think the audience appreciates you calling them rubbers.
Well, that's what they're called, rubbers. You put them over your shoes.
All right.
All right.
But needless to say, Dave, tell me, you walked in and you slipped on the floor right into the wall?
Not immediately. I
No, he fell on his face.
I tried to catch myself, Ron. I honestly did. And for a moment, I thought I had righted the ship. But
yes,
unfortunately, due to my unathletic ability,
yes,
the ship did not get righted, and I may have fallen down.
And I may have
Face-
the video.
You do not have
Face
the
first?
video.
I may.
Are you saying you did face first down?
From what I remember, all I know is I fell down. I was quite embarrassed as the very nice Warren police officer was running through the doors to check on me and other people. I was quite embarrassed.
Did they come to your aid? Were you okay?
I was fine.
Hurt his wrist a little bit, but he was okay.
I hurt my wrist a little bit, but I'm fine.
I mean, you didn't break any bones? You didn't break
No,
your
I didn't break
nose?
any bones, nothing like that.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a terrible thing to happen to you.
Do we have any callers, Ron?
Particularly at your age, because, if you
You're going to
fall
make
at
fun of
your
my age, Ron. You're older than me, so I wouldn't go there.
Okay.
I really wouldn't. If I was you, I know how old you are, and you're older than me. But you want to make fun of my age? Go right ahead.
No, I give up. Okay.
You give up? You
Yes.
should, because I would conquer you in that conquest.
Right, but I'm saying that you could break a hip and it would be all over for you.
I'm
at
not going
your
to break
age.
a hip, Ron.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Is that the only thing why you had a terrible week, if I could ask?
No, there were a couple other things that happened, but I don't want to discuss.
He
them.
thinks that somebody has a voodoo doll of him.
Someone has a voodoo
He told
doll.
me to
Can
take.
you hear? Can you hear him? Is this Mike?
Yes.
Someone
his
has a
mic is
voodoo.
fine.
Someone has a voodoo doll with a pin through the head.
Yeah, he told me when he came back from court that please find the voodoo doll and take the pin
Please
out of the head.
find whoever has the voodoo doll of me.
Well, before I
and
take
take
your
the
calls,
pin out.
what else happened to you this week?
I don't want to discuss it.
No. I think it's important to.
No,
to
I don't
discuss
want to
it.
discuss it because I'd have to name names, and I don't want to do that. So
Well, just
let's
we'll
just
say
take
person
some
A
calls.
and person B.
I can't even do person A and person B because
All right, person C and person D.
it's not a person A, B, C, or D. I've told you about as much as I'm going to tell you about my horrific week. Just then, you should know that I stepped
let me
inside
think
the
about
Warren
this.
Municipal Court and I
And face
slipped and I
planted.
fell and I face planted off of a suit that had just come back from the dry cleaner that I had to send back to the dry cleaner.
Okay, but that's no big deal. You're okay. You know, you didn't hit your head or anything like that.
No.
What? I mean, you said it was a bad week. I'm concerned about you. That's why I asked. I'm sure.
I'm fine. I feel fine. I'm good. I'm healthy. God bless. I couldn't be happier. It's just the workload this week was a little intense because I'm leaving to see my soldier on Sunday.
Okay,
And
well, that's
so I'm
good.
trying to get everything done because I'm going to take a week off, which is very nerve-wracking for me. I'm very nervous about taking a week off.
You know, oddly enough, I'm doing the same thing. As Friday, I will be, once I finish Friday's broadcast, I'll be off till the 5th of January.
And we got to let everyone know that this is the last show before. So if anyone out there, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year, because we won't be collected again as a group until
the new year.
The new year.
After the new year.
Yeah.
All I'm hoping for, and I just put this out there, Frank, if you could pass it on to Melfi, is I certainly would like a calendar if he's in the mood for producing one again.
So
we can do that.
No, there will be no calendar of me this year.
No, the Beatrice
Within-
calendar.
no,
the Beatrice
No,
2026
that's
edition.
the gag.
Frank?
That's the gag gift they give me every year. Is
Yeah.
a calendar, and they must follow me around and take pictures of my.
Right,
most
but
He's like a
we would all like
firefighter.
one.
You ever see the firefighter calendars? I mean, I
Yeah,
think those
it's
are
very
nice.
similar to
I
that.
don't think I look like any of those firefighters. I'm just saying.
Well,
Maybe
if
you
wouldn't
and
mind-
Brian do with your
No,
28
no,
inch
come on,
waist.
don't go there, please.
No,
Let's talk about something else.
no. Well,
all right, no. What's the movie where the guy he has to God, the firefighter movie where he pretends to marry his buddy to get benefits?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck, Chuck.
Yeah.
That's what you're accusing me of now.
No. I'm saying there was a calendar in Good Luck Chuck.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a calendar
Usually
for
the
Dave.
calendar of firemen that I've seen, they are shirtless and they have 6-packs and 8-packs. That's not an accurate.
Well, what is the
description.
Beatrice 2025, 2026 calendar going to be?
I don't know. They have not given it to me yet this year, but they don't have enough material this year.
David. I mean, David.
I
How
have not been
naive.
presented with it, and I leave on Friday. So
How naive you can be.
you think I'm naive?
Well, if you think we don't have enough material, I mean, there may not be a calendar, but material.
Okay.
I
well,
just
there,
told you,
haven't
I
seen
may
a
have
calendar
a
this
video.
year. Ron, do we have any calls? We'd actually like to speak
Yes.
to someone that needs help with some legal problems.
All right, so you're on.
You know, we're the
air with-
longest serving legal podcast probably in American history.
and
I
we're
remember
all-
one time someone, this is you, Frank, you'll know the story. 15, 20 years ago, someone called me and they said, would you like to syndicate your show? I go, syndicate? Who wants to listen to two lawyers or lawyers from Youngstown, Ohio?
It's
And now look
rage.
at it.
I know, it's crazy.
It's
There you go.
crazy.
All right, caller number one. Hello, caller.
Player reporter in a casket
Caller.
fag.
All right.
There we go. You let one through, Ron, did you? Everyone,
There
you
you go.
should know you could watch us live on our YouTube channel. You could watch us live on our Instagram channel. You could watch us live on Facebook Live. And so if you watch us on any of those mediums, you can not only see this wonderful face and this little man over here to my left,
Do you wanna
but
take
you
a
can
call?
also hear the questions that the callers are actually calling in with.
All right, line 2. You're on the air with our attorneys tonight.
Is that me, Ron?
Yes, it is. Go ahead, please.
I had an emergency room visit,
Mm-hmm.
and every bill that I received in the mail, I did pay. but I just recently got a letter from a collection agency saying that I owed $65 more. I paid about $500. Do I have a right to know, to see the bill that they said they sent me, or should I just pay this and be done with it?
Well, if I was you, $65 is a lot of money. And
no, it's not.
Well,
it's not a lot
Ron,
of money.
It to some people, that's a lot of money, Ron. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, come on now.
Well,
what happened to the old day? No,
he's
Frank,
taking the moral. He's taking the moral high ground.
Taking the moral high ground. In any event,
to some people, $65 is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money to a lot of people.
You know what Beatrice used to say for years? He acts like we haven't been here. He would say, sometimes it's just easier to pay it and move on with your life than to get into dispute.
I'm about to give him the opposite advice.
Oh,
I
okay.
think he should make them show him why he owes the $65. I don't think that's an unreasonable request on his part.
He can ask them for a bill.
No, he can ask them why do I owe the $65?
Okay, sure.
That's what I would
disagree
do,
with that.
Okay.
You ask him for a bill, but
no,
you want to ruin your credit for $65, caller.
He wants to know how it is that he owes $65 when it's his belief he paid all the medical bills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's basically asking him for a bill. You're just saying, let me see where that 65 is. Give me the bill where the outstanding $65 is.
I agree with that.
But at the end of the day, if they give you a bill with $65,
then
pay it because it costs you more money. It would cost you more money to go on Rocket Lawyer. What is that called? Does that still exist?
Lawyer?
Yeah, it's like online.
All right.
Joe,
All right,
what
caller,
is he talking
thank
about? I'm the one that's supposedly turning senile. Rocket Lawyer?
Yeah. Do you ever hear that?
Yeah. Remember when you would subscribe to a legal service, basically?
They don't have Rocket Lawyer.
They got something like that. They do wills through it.
It's not called Rocket Lawyer.
Okay, what's it called?
What's his face from the OJ case started that company?
Frank, it's best not to ask him any questions. He hit his head earlier. In the
I
week,
did not
okay?
hit my head, Ron.
I mean,
I'm fine.
we're lucky he knows
Do we
who
have
he is and where
any
he's
other
at right
callers?
now.
Joe, what is it?
Yes. Do you hear the
It's not
anger that's
Rocket
in his-
Lawyer.
Rocket Lawyer. Boom.
Oh God, I can't
Frankie's
believe
right
it.
again.
There you go. You're on the air. Hello. Go ahead. What's your question?
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, caller. How can we help you?
Yeah, my wife has a house that she purchased and is renting,
Yeah.
and the renters have 2 automobiles on the lot that are unlicensed, and one's not titled. And the zoning has sent us a letter that they have to be removed, and the date for them to be removed is coming up. And is there a way I can get these automobiles removed
Sure, it's your property.
off this property
no,
so they don't fine us the $250?
Property.
It's his property.
It's his property, but they are renting it, so they have the leasehold on it. What you could do is threaten eviction if they don't remove
Right,
the
if they're
cars.
violating the law, though, I guess you'd have to go back to your lease
Yeah.
and
Do
see.
you
I mean,
have- does she
is
have
there
a
a lease? Is there a written lease?
Yeah, there's a written lease, but I don't think it has anything details on that.
No, we were told month to month. There was no lease.
Oh, it went to month to month.
Well, you can
Right.
evict them at any
So there
time.
is
You got to
no-
give them a 30-day notice.
You give them a
Give
30-day
them a
notice.
30-day
Either move
notice.
this car or
And-
get out in 30
And then what I would
days.
do is call whatever agency or
Yeah.
township that's sending you the letters and say to them, listen,
No, I would send them an email saying, "Here, I am not living there. I
right,
lease
it's-
this."
we rent the property. We have advised them to remove the vehicles within 10 days, and we've sent a 30-day letter for eviction. In the event they don't, we'll evict them. Just to buy yourself some time so they don't, come do it or charge you any money. And in the event that they did do that, you can ultimately
That would be a
go
defense
after
in
your
court.
tenant. Yeah. So, but I mean, that would be a headache.
Was it $250?
For the
Well,
250, yeah.
I'm not so sure that the zoning department, if they knew that you owned it, but you leased it, and that they knew that you then advised your tenant to move the cars or be evicted, I don't know if they'd cite you under those circumstances.
Now go down and talk to your zoning office, okay?
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Thank you. Frank, do you think Dave knows what year it is after he hit his head like that when he faced
Ron,
planted
it's
at the Warren Courthouse?
2025. I know what year it is after I hit my head.
He Googled that.
Really, Frank? Just gonna pile on with Ron.
I'm
are you?
just joking.
Oh, you're just joking.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay, jokester. See,
Hey,
he doesn't
right,
see what
I
he
was
does,
right
Joe.
about
Let me tell
Rocket-
you what he
I
does.
was right
Joe.
about Rocket Lawyer.
Okay, what he does
Was
is
I right
he's
about
like
Rocket Lawyer?
Iraq with these dumb bombs. I fire precision munitions, and because he knows when
Right.
I strike and I strike hard. So that's why he's
Right.
saying, "Oh, I'm just kidding," because he doesn't want the evisceration he will get later.
No,
I have eviscerated you.
Oh,
You
my
can
Lord,
admit it.
for God's sake.
You know, I
You
think,
can admit it,
I'll take
Frank.
it.
I have eviscerated
take
you, Jimmy, Daniel, Brian. You know when I get on a tirade, I could do it. I'm not on a tirade.
You know
right
what?
now. Do we have any other
I'll take
callers,
another
Rob?
call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play a little trivia with Frank before I take the next call. Frank, can you tell me the only guy that we know of that had like the tire scratch, rim scratch guarantee program that he bought into, and they gave him his money back and said, "We don't want you anymore."
Yeah, they gave him his premium back. Dave Beatrice. I mean,
That's
that's
correct.
really
They
an
did.
incredible feat.
No, I have it currently. I
How'd
have
you
it
get
currently.
it?
They gave-
I bought it through another company, and I'm totally
You got a
abusing
shot
them.
for
back
it.
too.
I'm being very sparingly, but I don't know how in my little car that I have now, I have a little sedan, how I hit the rim so much. I'm an idiot.
You're girly
No,
mobile.
no. You're not an idiot. You don't pay attention.
Well, is there a difference?
No, there's a difference. There's a difference. Ron, I got to tell you
Because
this.
I'm always thinking of
I
my
got a
next
great
move.
story, okay? So
Hang on a second.
we are going to a hearing in Columbia in a court.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, he knows. We told him the story.
no, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. I got pulled
Where
over.
you got pulled over?
Yeah. he
Did we
knows.
tell him about
Yeah.
how fast he was going?
No, you don't need to discuss
Oh,
how fast. I
how fast
going.
was he going?
No, we do not
Frank,
need
how
to
fast?
discuss, Frank, because
Frank,
we were late because of your dress coat.
No, that's not true.
That is
let the-
absolutely true.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
You know,
See,
in
this
a
is right where
second
we
and a
wanna
half
be.
of the in the second half of the program, Frank, you and I will play high and low. I'll guess the speed. You tell me if it's high or low
All
till
right,
I get it.
we'll
okay?
do that in a second.
All right. You're
right,
on the air with the attorneys tonight. Hello.
Hi there. I was calling about a property lien. I have a lien from a builder who hired me to do work and never paid me. So I was just curious on I believe you have to renew those every 5 years.
I don't know.
Are you talking about a mechanics lien?
You are someone that did work on
it's a
someone's.
mechanics lien, but we went to court and I got a judgment from the judge. So I would assume that.
Oh, so that attaches to the property.
But I think he's right. You need to renew
Correct.
those.
I think that lien stays on forever.
It's not like
Well, are you sure? I always thought it was 5 years, Frank, too.
I don't think you have to renew the lien. The lien on the property stays on the property. To collect it separately, you might have to renew it every 5 years. But I think once that lien is assessed against the property, I think it's there in perpetuity. I could be wrong.
And does that carry it like a state minimum interest rate of certain percentage, 5% or
Whatever the going rate of interest is, yes. Eventually, you
Okay,
could
now
even
over-
foreclose on the property
Right.
if it was worth enough.
right, or if they file a notice, I think
Yeah.
of commencement, then you would have to act.
Well, no, he
Because it's
already
been
went to
a
court
good,
and got a judgment.
10 years.
He already went
Okay,
to
hang on.
court
He
and
said
got a
it's been
judgment.
10 years.
So
How
he has
much
the
is the lien
judgment. So
for,
you need to renew
caller?
the judgment.
No, the
15,000.
judgment is
How much?
attaches to
No,
the
hang on,
property.
guys.
15,000.
Wait, hang on, caller. Hang on. We're going to get the specifics right after the headlines of how long. I think he said 10 years, and it was a good amount of money. We'll see what the lawyers have to say after this.
Click this link now to review my bank transfer. I didn't make a bank transfer. Ugh, another phishing message. Are you frustrated by these too? So much of our lives are online today. To make sure my information is protected, I checked out CISA's Secure Our World resources. They've got 4 simple ways we can stay safe online. First, learn to recognize and report phishing. Next, create a strong, unique password for each online account, and use a password manager if you can. Then turn on multi-factor authentication for extra security, and you'll receive a code when logging in. And finally, turn on automatic software updates for convenience and safety. Click here to track my delivery. Another phishing message. But now I know how to protect myself from scammers, and you can learn too. Go to CISA at cisa.gov/secure our world for more quick, easy tips to be safer online.
Here's what's happening.
The U.S. military announcing yet another strike on a suspected drug boat.
These drug smugglers need and deserve due process.
Congress has a significant role to play when it comes to the authorized use of military force.
Check in each hour.
The pipe bomber. The prior administration sat on the evidence for 4 years.
The day's news.
The Supreme Court allowed Texas to redraw congressional districts.
Fans of football around the world
Is on.
The 2026 FIFA World Cup draw.
News Radio 570. WKBN.
A person of interest is being identified in the Brown University shooting that left 2 dead. According to CBS News, authorities have identified the person seen in surveillance footage, and the search for them is currently underway. Meanwhile, police are reportedly looking into potential ties between the shooting at Brown and the fatal shooting of an MIT professor on Monday. Marijuana restrictions are being eased by President Trump. He signed an executive order today switching the drug from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3, reclassifying it as less dangerous. Trump said the reclassification would not make it approved for recreational use. Police are confirming NASCAR driver Greg Biffle has died in a plane crash at North Carolina Airport. The North Carolina State Highway Patrol says Biffle was among the 7 people killed when his private jet burst into flames when landing at Statesville Regional Airport, about 50 miles north of Charlotte. Reports say Biffle's family was among the 7 killed, but police haven't identified the 6 other victims. I'm Chris Coraggio.
Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, news, talk, and sports radio. Podcasts, too. Download the app. Free never sounded so good.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by SuperSure.
As rumors about his job security continue to swirl, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski, he's getting his team set to play Josh Allen and the Bills Sunday at home. The Cavs continue to get more questions and answers after another puzzling loss in Chicago. Those same Bulls head to Cleveland for a rematch tomorrow night. And Week 16 of the NFL season, it'll kick off tonight with the Rams and the Seahawks battling for the NFC West lead. That one's in Seattle. I'm Scott Davidson.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon.
This program is furnished by the program participants.
Now, Ron Verb on News Radio 570 WKBN.
We're back with segment number 2, 570 WKBN. This is a legal show. Longest running legal show brought to you by Beatrice Kopp on News Radio 570 WKBN till 6 tonight. Answering your legal questions at 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. I want to go back to the caller. So just so we can get the parameters here, caller, you're saying that this happened 10 years ago and it was for $15,000. Is that correct, caller?
Correct, yeah.
When did you get the judgment, caller?
Like you said, it's probably, I remember renewing it around 5 years ago, and then I just didn't know if you have to continue to do that every 5 years.
You have to do a new certificate of
what
judgment.
happens, or
Okay,
it can
David, go ahead.
dormant. So
He does have to renew it.
yes, you just have to renew the certificate of judgment. It attaches to his property. He ever sells that property, you have liened his property.
correct. It's my understanding that, in theory, I would be in line with if you owe the IRS or other particular.
You would be
entities,
behind the IRS. I can assure you of that.
And that's what he said.
Yeah.
Priority.
But I mean, if the guy sells his property, he's got to pay off the lien to this guy for $15,000.
Unfortunately, if he owes the IRS more than the property's worth, this guy's going to get bumpkus.
Right, but if that's the case, but if he renews it, are you saying also he's entitled to interest over the 10 years?
Yes.
So I mean, it could be significant at this point, even more.
What is the statutory interest right now?
Oh gosh,
who knows? But it's more than 15,000. Yeah. What did you do for the house, caller?
Well, it was a home builder for the area, and I'm a subcontractor. Of course, he took the money from the customers and never paid me. So he went through the court process, and then I got the judgment, and it was just he never showed up for court. So it was a default judgment.
Does the owner of the house know, whoever bought the house, that there's a judgment?
Well, no, I have a lien on the builder's personal home.
Oh, so it's not on the home that you were working in; it's on the builder's home. Does that sound right, David?
Yes.
Yes. It's 8%.
Oh, okay.
Per year.
And then and post awaiting him out until he sells the property or dies or whatever,
You could move to foreclose on the property.
Yeah, you could foreclose on
You
it.
could absolutely do that.
Okay. Is that a lengthy process or how is that?
Well, here's what I suggest you do. If you want to invest a little bit of money to find out, have a property lien search done through a title company and find out how many people are in front of you. And if there's no one else in front of you, then I would initiate foreclosure procedures.
Okay. Yeah, it's my understanding when you start that process, it's like a waterfall. Anyone who has vested interest in that property, they'll follow suit as well.
Yeah, but the problem is they're going to rank the liens. So if you were one of the first liens on it, you're going to be in front of people.
And there might not be any other liens, like he said.
Well, there might be a mortgage on it, and certainly they're going to be in front of him. And if he owes government any money, they're going to take a priority position. But you could call a title company and ask them to find out for you how encumbered the property is. How do you like that word, Ron? Encumbered.
I think it's a nice word. I can't spell it, but I know what it means. All right, caller.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. So then that's something a normal person could do. I don't need an attorney to just hire the title company.
No, you could call
privately.
a title company. You could call them and say, I have a judgment on this piece of property. And could you run a title search and let me know where I am at in order of the liens? And they could do that for you. I don't think they'll charge you that much.
Okay.
Very
All right.
good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're
welcome.
All right, Frank. I'm going to go with 68 miles an hour.
Okay, we're not going to discuss this.
Is that, Frank? Is
no,
that
Frank,
high or
you're
low?
not
low
going to implicate me in
Low.
a crime.
So more than 68 miles an
Ron,
hour. Okay.
do we have another caller we could take, please?
Yeah, do you mind? Frank and I are playing high and low.
No.
You know, I can't help but notice, Frank. Have you noticed something? You know what? Football players, when they have concussions, they have a tendency to get very temperamental and angry, and a lot of times they lose it and they donate their brain to science after they flip out. Do you think, Frank, after this fall where Dave fell and hit himself, that this might be a concussion issue?
It's not a
Potentially,
concussion.
I
was
can
not
tell you this much
concussed.
is of a scientist.
I wasn't
saw
concussed
his
at all.
brain.
The only people that are concussed in this office are the people that would run into football lines. And that would be two people primarily in this office. Brian Kopp and Frank Cassis.
So
Okay.
I do think like there's certain people I feel like if you put in front of, like the professionals, psychiatrists, certain therapists, they'd crack them. Like they did, they talk and then they go, then the psychiatrist needs therapy.
So you're saying it might not.
Are you saying that if I went and got counseling, that the person that counseled me, I want to make sure I understand,
would probably quit
because I am going to use my precise munitions later, and I might include Ron on those precise.
No,
munitions.
I'm not saying you.
Yeah, you just said
No,
it. You
I
said
didn't.
If I sought mental health,
Not
help,
you. I
that
said
the person that I sought it from would have to get counseling.
False.
Yes,
That's
that is exactly what he
what
said.
you implied. It's
Yeah.
exactly.
I
I'm not-
actually have buddies that I
see how he's
Listen,
trying to backtrack.
I'm not
because-
No, he's not backtracking.
Yeah,
In
he
Frank's
is.
defense, I merely said that it seems you have an anger issue ever since your
I don't have an
concussion.
anger issue.
And a
I don't
lot of
wanna
people,
discuss
they
how
they
fast I
donate their
was
brain
going.
to science.
Oh
They
my
donate.
God.
These football players donate their brain to science. 72, Frank.
I'm going to. No, it was higher than that. I'm going to donate my body
Oh
to
my
science.
God.
Can we please take another call?
You did the higher.
Yeah, well, the speed limit's 70, so 72 is really not that bad.
Oh,
and we're
that's
going
gotta
to
be
stop
80.
it at 72. No, we're going to stop
82?
it. We're going to stop. No,
Higher than 82?
Oh
My
I
God.
cannot believe this.
Yes.
I cannot.
Oh my God,
Really weird
that's
discussing
frightening.
Frightening
I
is
was
right.
frightened.
You know what's frightening is to watch a man in a blue dress coat refuse to get in my car because it may stain the blue dress
Or
coat.
my gray suit.
Okay, he
Yeah.
is that
As
much
a result
of a
of-
diva.
You could say
of
whatever
a-
you want about me being a diva. He says to me, listen,
Devo.
whatever.
Diva is the female version
Ron.
of Devo.
So he comes in, he goes, all right, Frank, I don't, he says to me, I don't want to hear it. My car smells like coffee because Brian made me get him a coffee.
No,
and
an iced tea.
And iced tea, and it spilled everywhere. I don't want to hear it. I said, okay. He's like, it's dry. It just smells. I said, whatever, that's fine. So I get out.
Sit on it.
I open the car door, and he has nice tan seats, and they're completely brown.
No, they're not.
They're brown.
I love the exaggeration.
Okay, David,
that you and Brian engage in. They're
almost
not
like somebody had an
completely brown.
accident in there.
Like
Frank,
I took
like-
it to a
No,
tannery
okay, all right.
and got them stained.
Okay, that was
There was some coffee stains on my
not
seat.
some. The seat was stained with coffee.
Okay, but
Because
it
the whole
wasn't going
thing
to
fell
rub
on it.
off.
That's
onto
not
your
true,
coat.
David. It rubbed off with the
Oh,
towel.
my
So,
God.
anyways,
Oh,
all
my
I
God.
said was I'm gonna go get a towel. So I went and got a towel. I put the or no, excuse me. I went to get it, and then he's flipped out. So I said, "We'll take my car." So he gets in my car. We
Oh,
leave.
my God,
We
I
get
can't
on
believe
11, and he's yelling at me because he calls me a Devo. So he's yelling at me, and
because now we're
is
late in
no,
front of a
David,
judge
we're-
who I
we're
might
late
not be her
because
favorite
we
attorney
time out
on
a minute.
earth.
We're late because we left 20 minutes before the hearing.
No,
and in
we're-
fairness to me, I was ready at 12:15. The hearing was at 1. You
Right.
were
No,
doing
the
some
hearing
things
was
that
at
were
2.
important. Okay, then 1:15. You were whatever. Regardless, I was ready. You were doing some important things. I will give you that. You were had a but he wouldn't leave. So he guns it, and he's like, "Holy gosh, this thing has some pickup." We're flying down.
He drives. He has a really nice car,
11,
Frank.
flying down 11. Ron, then he says to me, he says, "Go put Waze in," and I'm like, but it's not hooked up to my phone. Like I don't have that Apple Play or whatever. So
He goes, "I don't
says,
like-
"Put
I
Waze
don't
in."
like
I don't like Apple, whatever, Apple
Play.
Play, whatever. So he puts Waze on his phone, and he's holding it up, driving.
I'm not holding it up. I put it
No,
in your.
no, David,
Oh
you're
my
lying.
God.
You're holding it right here.
No, I'm not. Oh my God!
So
the
he's
the
driving.
amount of lies.
He says
are
Waze
immense
tells
right now.
no, it's not. He says Waze tells you where the cops are, and I looked right over and I go, "Well, it didn't tell you where that cop was." And then
I didn't even wait for him to put on his lights. When
he
I
just
passed
pulled
him,
over.
I pulled
That's
over.
how fast
I
he
knew.
was going.
That's-
I mean,
yeah.
And then
so
and then
faster than 82. Let's
the
just leave it
trooper
there
did
till
his
we
job.
take
He gave David a ticket, and then we went on our way.
Yeah.
All right, and he should. You're on the air with attorney David Beatrice and Frank. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Attorney Beatrice, I'm
Yes.
going to be bailing you out here. No pun intended.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
They're really picking on you.
They
I'm
are,
glad
but
I'm
it's
not
all
on
right.
the
I got
road when
broad
you're driving.
shoulders.
Go ahead, dear. Go ahead, dear. What's your comment?
Well, my comment was made me forget. Okay, if I had a will made, well, not if, I did have a will made, but I had it made online, and it was notarized by a bank employee. And if I decide to change that will, how do I go about that? So the first one's, null and void.
Anybody who does, if you go to an attorney and they do a will for you, it will revoke any prior will.
Right.
And
that'll
language,
be
that
usually
language will
the
be
first
in the
paragraph
will. Yeah, right.
of the new will. Any prior wills prior to this are hereby revoked.
Okay.
You could do a
but-
codicil to the will, which is just an addendum to your existing will, or you can write a brand new will. But if the probate court is presented with two properly executed wills, and one is dated later than the other one, the subsequent will take precedent. Unless they can prove you're not of right sound mind or memory, which happens to me when I have to sit down with Brian and Frank. And they are two peas in a pod. So I call them Fryan. I don't call Frank Frank, and I don't call Brian Brian. I call them both Fryan. Because you ever see the two chipmunks that Warner Brothers has, where one's go, before you, no, you go first. No, they're not Chippendale. I forget what they were called. But Joe, you should look that up. Look that up, please.
Well, you guys sound like a man and a woman fighting over there.
Yeah, that's what it feels like working with him a lot.
Yeah, it does sound like a man and woman. Frank the man. Oh, never mind. Okay, dear. Thank you for your call.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate
Bye.
it.
What?
So
No. They
you
weren't
could put
gophers.
Frank. He could have then, if Dave could have a codicil in his will, or Pam could, saying that his brain will be donated to science as a result of the concussion. Right, Frank?
Yes.
Something like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wait till you see the video, Ron.
I can hardly wait. All right, great. You're on the air with the attorneys.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. I was
just wondering, is this a talk show or an attorney show?
It's an
It's-
attorney
it's
show.
both.
More, thank you.
Thank you. You're on the air. Well, you old bat. You're on the air.
Hey?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Macintosh. Okay, thank you for
Macintosh, there
taking
we
my
go.
call. Mr. Beatrice, you've been talking about unclaimed funds going to the Haslams, and I'm very concerned about that. So I went on the website, and I do have unclaimed funds that I'm going to recover. My father passed away in 2003, and he's got a lot of unclaimed funds.
Well, how much is a lot?
Almost $7,000.
Okay, well, did you open up an estate for him? Because the only person that can claim that is an estate for your father.
Oh.
Yeah. Your father has passed away. He either died with a will or without a will. If he died without a will, it's called dying intestate. And you are going to have to then open up an estate, notify all the next of kin, get a executor appointed, and then have the executor claim those funds.
Got it.
Okay?
So his is going to take a lot more work than mine is.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling. 89 miles an hour. Frank.
Okay, Ron, we're just going to take another call.
Higher.
Oh, my God.
Higher.
Come on.
Higher than, oh my
I'm going
gosh.
to kill you, Frank. I'm going to say something right now.
Why?
I am going to beat you.
Why?
You are going to get precision munitions.
Well, for what? What am I
in
doing?
a place that you're not going to like them tonight. I'm just telling you.
Why?
Because we're not going to talk about this anymore.
It's
saying.
just, why are you mad at me?
Really?
Yeah,
Well, am I supposed to lie?
fair. Frank,
You're not supposed to. You're supposed to. How about say?
okay, I plead
You know
the
what? Yeah. Thank you.
I plead the fifth, Ron.
Okay, Frank, listen, a lot of times in football, when these players have concussions, they have anger issues, okay? You're familiar with sports, Frank.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. If follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I think that explains it all. You're on the air with our attorneys tonight.
Oh, yeah. I just, no question tonight. I just wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you very much.
I don't guess you'll be on next week.
No,
so.
we will not.
Well, I just wanted to call in and wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry
I enjoy
Christmas to
listening
you.
guys.
Thank you very much, and keep listening.
I think everybody enjoys listening. I say it on a regular basis, Frank. I could listen to Beatrice for probably 2 hours, just talk about Beatrice.
Me too.
I mean, I'm telling you,
He makes
I'm
me
telling
laugh.
you, folks, he is about one of the most entertaining people
really
you'll
is.
sit around. And
He has
what
tremendous
happens to Dave just doesn't happen to the average person. I don't know if he's just doesn't pay attention. He's in a deep thought or whatever the issue is. I mean, it's just the strangest stuff happens to the guy.
Yeah, there is very strange stuff that happens to me, including this week. I was talking to a friend. I'm in the middle of a story, and I hear this. I go, did you fall asleep on me in the middle of my story?
On the phone or in person?
Yeah, on the phone. On the phone.
So you're talking to a guy on the phone and telling him a story, and he's sound asleep.
He
falls
fell sound asleep and started snoring. I started yelling. I'm not going to say that. I started yelling. I go, I cannot believe I'm in the middle of a story. Is it that interesting that you fell asleep?
You know what? I if I have to review, Frank, my favorite story of 2025, my favorite all-time Beatrice story of 2025 just happened recently, Frank. I don't know if you were with us that night when he was outside his house in red shorts.
Yes.
And he looked at his image in the stainless steel grill when he's told.
No, in the screen door.
He looked at his image. So
I turned into my father. I don't know when the transformation exactly took place.
Oh, and the way he described his outfit, he said he had a wife beater on.
Yeah.
Red
shorts that I could not buckle.
Right.
Okay.
Looks like Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
Sandals, right, exactly. Sandals with black knee-high socks on. And I looked and I go, oh my God. I turned into my dad. I don't even know. I'm yelling at my wife. The steaks are almost done, honey.
That is my all-time favorite story, folks, of 2025, when he looks at himself in the screen door. And
Oh,
says,
I have a lot
my
of favorite moments in 2025, Ron, I could tell
Right,
you.
right. Another one of my favorite stories of Dave, Frank, was when he was backing out of his driveway and the neighbor was backing out of their driveway and they backed into each other.
That is a true story. How about he got mad at me? I go, look, dude, I don't mean this bad. We're both at fault. Neither one of us was looking. Because and I got a really short driveway. He has a really long driveway. I mean, if we pressed it, he probably had more time to catch me than I had to catch him. Okay? But we hit each other, and the guy hasn't talked to me since. He goes, I had to turn into my insurance. I go, right, because we're both at fault. Okay?
That's funny.
It is funny.
It is funny.
He got mad at me. Like, how is this my fault? You're backing out of your driveway. I'm backing out of my driveway. We're not looking. You would agree with me, wouldn't you? He goes, yeah, but you should have seen me. I go, and what should you have seen?
I got 9 minutes.
All right, go ahead.
Ron,
Yes.
Chip and Dale. Those are the 2 chipmunks for Attorney Beatrice. He needs to write those down on his legal pad.
Chip and Dale?
The 2 chipmunks.
Joe, look that up.
That'll
See
give
what's
you some
Chip and
idea
Dale.
of my age. Now, it's more serious.
Chip and Dale. See Chip and Dale. See.
All right.
Yeah, Chip and Dale.
Oh, those are the 2 chipmunks?
Yes, you can take it from an 82-year-old guy who grew up on that stuff.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
And they would go, "Oh no, you first. Oh no, you first." There they are, right there. That's you and Brian. That's Brian. That's Brian. Why don't you play one of those? Why don't you play one of those cartoons, Frank? Because that's definitely you and Brian. That's definitely.
I actually like Chip and Dale when I was growing up. I watched it on Disney.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So what's your question for our guys tonight?
Well, the question I heard in a speech years ago, a guy was answering in a Q&A, and at the end of the answer to the questioner, he said, and never forget, a jury has the right to nullify the law.
They do.
And that plagued me. And then I had a chance to talk to Alan Dershowitz. He was on Bohannon's show. You know, Bohannon is deceased now, but I was an avid listener to Bohannon for years. And I got through. When the questioner or the screener heard me, she put me right through. And I said, Attorney Dershowitz, and I quoted that this guy had said, never forget, a jury has the right to nullify the law. And Dershowitz, he didn't interrupt me, but within a millisecond, he said, no, a jury does not have the right to nullify the law.
No.
A jury has the power.
That's exactly
to nullify
right.
the law.
The jury has the power, but not the right. You're correct. And we as lawyers,
that's the right. And of course, he went on for about 8 minutes to distinguish between the two.
Right.
Hang on, caller.
What
No,
jury
hang on, caller.
nullification is, Ron, is where the jury ignores the law and the jury instructions the judge gives them and does what we call jury justice. Now, as lawyers, we are not allowed to advocate for that. We are not allowed to argue that. Okay. But recently, one of the two of us had a case where I think jury nullification came into play. He argued the case very successfully, had a good defense, but from a technical standpoint, looking at the law, you know, I think that the jury said, I think this woman's been punished enough. We're not going to punish her anymore. And we believe, you know, the defense theory. I'll tell you where else it happens sometimes. I remember back in the day, Mr. Hanai and I were trying a case. Okay. This guy got shot 5 times in the back. Okay. And Don says, we're going to argue self-defense. I go, Don, this was back before Stand Your Ground. I go, he got shot 5 times. He goes, I don't care. I'm going to argue self-defense. And, you know, the judge may shut me down, but I'm going to argue it. And I'm going to get 2 or 3 of those jurors not to convict our guy. And he predicted it. We got a hung jury, and the guy got shot in the back 5 times. And Don's theory was, and what he tried to argue, the judge and the prosecutor were shutting him down, but he got enough of it out, was that this guy was so bad that if our guy didn't kill him that night, he was going to come back and kill our guy.
And 3 of them believed it.
3 or 4 of them believed it, and then we got a hung jury. Yeah. So You just never know. A lot of people think that the Luigi Mangione case has a chance of jury nullification. I don't think so.
No way. I don't think so.
Because I've been following that case very closely. They have a lot of evidence. Now, whether the judge keeps it in or not is another question, but man, did they have a boatload of evidence.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting. So the jury can totally ignore the law if they choose to.
They have the power to do that. They're not supposed to do that. I remember one time, Ron, I took a seminar where they had a fake jury trial, okay? And then they put cameras in the jury room. And what the jurors talked about, I mean, all of the lawyers were blown away. We were just blown away. We were just blown away. I mean, stuff the judge told them to forget, they talked about. Questions that were objected, that were sustained, they talked about. And so here's what I tell people. You don't know what a jury's going to do. Anyone that tells you they can predict what 8 or 12 people are going to do, I'm going to call BS on that. Because there's just not any chance that someone's going to know what a jury is going to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow. And you've had cases where you thought you won it with the jury and you lost, right? And vice versa.
I had a case one time, Ron. Frank, were you with me on the case? Where the second day of trial, they came up.
Yeah.
The prosecutors came up and said, will you take 5 years? My guy was charged with aggravated murder, facing life imprisonment. I said, would I take 5 years? I go, heck yeah, I'm going to take. I went down to my client. I said, dude, they're offering us 5 years. He goes, I thought we're winning. I go, well, they're not offering us 5 years because they think they're winning. They think we're winning, but the juice is not worth the squeeze. He wouldn't take the deal. And Frank was there with me. I tried my best to shove that down his throat. He wouldn't take it. After the trial was concluded, the bailiff thought we won. The 2 deputies in the case thought we won. The court reporter thought we won. The judge thought we won.
And the jury.
And the prosecutors thought we won. But there were 12 people who didn't think we won. And then the guy looked at me as they're convicting him of aggravated murder, going, I'll take the 5 years now. I go, that's not how it works.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
All
then
right,
we had
so
cases where, I mean, Frank tried a case with me where we absolutely said the jury lost their way. Like when they said not guilty, the judge goes, do you want the jury pulled? And Frank was standing next to me. I go, no, I'm going to get the hell out of this room right now before they change their mind. Okay?
You remind me of my cousin Vinny. We got to go.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So you
I
just
bet.
don't know. I remember one time I was trying a case. My client was a motorcycle gang member, but I successfully filed a motion limited to keep that out. The jury figured out he was in a motorcycle gang because when he took the stand, he wore motorcycle boots. So now I am very cognizant of what my client wears in the courtroom from that case. Because it was an issue in the case.
Yeah.
And the jury saw him take the stands and they saw his motorcycle boots. Even though they were, it never came up, they deduced that from themselves.
Right.
Because a jury is allowed to assess the means, manner, and the way someone presents themselves on the witness stand to assess credibility. And the jury picked up on it.
They can believe all
right. Tomorrow morning, WFMJ today. Yeah. What are you
I'm going to be
about?
talking about a ruling that came out from Judge Benita Pearson in the Ursuline case and the difference, if federal court versus state court, page limit requirements and stuff. So join me tomorrow morning. And
Thank you,
Merry
Dave.
Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to everyone.
All right. Thank you. The Legal Show brought to you by Beatrice Cop on News Radio 570 WKBN.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the